We got some Blizzard shit to take a look at. Let's go ahead and dive into that. Alright, Blizzard. Let's see what they got to say. Alright, so apparently they issued an apology. How many of you guys are familiar with Blizzard? I'm curious. Put a 1 in the chat if you understand, like, the story. Basically, if you don't... I
think most people should at this point.
Yeah, basically,
a
professional player got kicked out from, like, an Overwatch tournament. He got kicked out of Overwatch, the professional league, because he was in support of Hong Kong.
Yeah, I think he won the whole tournament as well. And then in his post-game interview, he was like, yo, I support Hong Kong. And then Blizzard's like, okay, fuck you, banned. See ya.
Well, they did
all your work to win the tournament, fuck you.
So I saw they did issue an apology, and I assumed that meant that the guy gets his professional career back. But then I read an article about it, and he doesn't. Like, he still gets, like, the penalty. Like, they're not going to remove it. And it's a very... They did, like, an interview with the president of Blizzard, and I think it's an interesting read. Now, there's, like, a fuckload of ads. I wish there was a way... The nice thing about Apple, I'll say this, is there's a little button for every website that gets rid of all the ads and just gives you, like, the straight-up article. I don't know if there's, like, a Windows equivalent to that, and I always miss that. That's, like, the one thing I missed when I switched to PC, like, years ago. Let's go ahead and get into this article right here. So, it says, BlizzCon 2019 opened on a somber note yesterday when President J. Allen Brack walked on stage to address the controversy surrounding Blizzard's heavily criticized decision to ban a Hearthstone player. Oh, it was Hearthstone, not Overwatch. And 2 Taiwanese casters. A month ago, Hearthstone Grandmaster Blitzchung NY created an international controversy when he openly called for Hong Kong's freedom from China while wearing a mask during a post-match interview as part of the Asia-Pacific Hearthstone Grandmasters League. Let's keep reading. We moved too quickly in our decision-making, and then to make matters worse, we were too slow to talk to all of you, Jay Allen admitted. When I think about what I'm most unhappy with, there's really 2 things. The first one is that we didn't live up to the high standards that we set ourselves, and the second is that we failed in our purpose, and for that I'm sorry and accept accountability. As you walk around the event, Brack added later, I hope it's clear how committed we are to everyone's right to express themselves in all kinds of ways and all kinds of places. Despite that statement commitment, Brack did not address Blizzard's decision to ban the player and 2 Taiwanese casters. After the first day of BlizzCon came to a close, PC Gamer was contacted by one of these casters who wanted to express their frustration at Blizzard's apparent decision to uphold the ban against them. Expressing myself is exactly what I did during casting, said Virtual, who prefers not to use his real name. So why is Blizzard still banning me for 6 months? So basically they go on, they kiss ass, they do damage control live, and then they don't reverse the ban, which is what literally every single person wants them to do.
Yeah. That's like all talk, no action.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
And so they go on to do a Q&A here, and it's so funny. They catch them right here, right? So PC Gamer says, I wanted to revisit the statement you made at the beginning of the opening ceremony. You said, Blizzard is committed to everyone's right to express themselves in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of places, and you made a commitment to do better going forward and that your actions are going to matter more than words do. Are you going to be repealing the punishment against Blitzchung and the 2 Taiwanese casters involved in this incident? Jalen Brack, Blizzard president, said, we are not. Why? And then he goes on and gives all his fucking damage control and shit. He's basically saying, we want the official broadcasts, which are a small percentage of the overall content that gets created, to be about games. We want those to be focused on games. And again, it's not about the content. Totally not about the political messaging in, the statement about Hong Kong. It has nothing to do with Hong Kong. Totally nothing to do with that. We just don't like that. We want you to express yourselves, but we want it to be about gaming, about video games.
We want it to be about video games. Video games.
Like
Bunty King over here.
Yeah,
like,
Bunty King card. And it's like,
and it's just like they were like, let's think about it. If they let, what did he even say? Like, he said, like, oh, I support Hong Kong. That's it. Like, wasn't it like super simple? Yeah. Like, oh, how's that going to take away from the gaming, right? It's just like a small comment.
We want you to express yourselves. We're disappointed in us for not upholding our high standards.
What are they? Okay, if they're not repealing the decision and they think they made the right decision, then what are they apologizing for? They're like, "Oh, we're sorry, we took so long to make the decision." And what's the difference between making the decision right away and then waiting a couple weeks and making the same decision? The decision is the issue here, not how long it took you to do it.
Well, I think they asked him that. Okay, yeah, so they kind of pinned it down right here. They said, so Blizzard's perspective is that, of course, you want players to express themselves, except for when it's taking place through official channels. So that's a little loophole, their little excuse to uphold the ban. It's like, well, not through official channels. We want you to express yourself, but actually not really. And it totally has nothing to do with the message itself. Nothing to do with the message. They even go on to say, is it fair that Blitzchung had any, if Blitzchung had said any political message, it would have incurred the same punishment? It wasn't that he's specifically calling for Hong Kong's freedom, it was that he was saying something political. President says, that's correct. The content, totally not the problem. It was the fact that it was not about the game in question. It was something very specifically different. I think, and I don't want to speculate around if he had said this, that, or the other, and how it would have gone. I think that's a different, difficult thing to think about, but it's not about the content of the message. Totally, he says it multiple times. It's nothing to do with the content. We don't like politics. No, well, we do. We want you to express yourself, but not on the official channels. It has to be about video games. But you can express yourself, and we're disappointing ourselves, but we're gonna uphold the ban.
Like, even though it still would suck, I would understand a Blizzard putting like a warning on them, being like, okay, we don't want to talk about anything political on the... Can you not do that again? I think that would be okay, even though it'd still be kind of shitty. But to outright just ban them, being like, nope, we don't want this, like, was there any, like, were they even told in any way that they're not allowed to do that? Because if not, then it's like, holy shit. Really?
It's like the punishment.
It's like the Fortnite.
Yeah, it's like the punishment is like way outside the realm of the action that took place.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can, if you want to read the whole interview, I'll toss a link in there.